Okay, so many of us as educators have a plethora of things that we have purchased through different teacher sites that we have downloaded to our computers that we can no longer use because we're now in a online learning classroom. So there is a really cool Chromebook extension, and you do not have to be on a Chromebook to use it. So if you'll go to the web store to the extension and search Kami, it is not a paid site. You do get 30 days for free. However, after playing around with this due to our current situation in our country and having to educate our students from home, it is a program that I will probably purchase after the 30 days is up. So if you'll search Kami, it looks like this. I already have it on my computer, but I'm going to show you how you can use files, worksheets, PDFs that you already have in your computer or that you can scan from a scanner up into your computer, and the students can actually write on the screen and do annotation on the paper, and you can grade it from home. So there's no need to uh, the packets that are all going out and stuff. Once everybody is in shelter in place, that is going to be a difficult situation to get out paper packets to our students. So I'm going to show you how Kami works, and I'm also going to show you how to use it inside a Google Classroom. Uh, so I created a Google Classroom just for this channel. So let's say that I want to create a an assignment for my students. For those of you who are not familiar with Google Classroom, the stream is more like announcements. It's really not anything to find. The kids that can use to find any information there. So when you go to classwork, it's going to give you the option to create. Now, when you have downloaded Kami onto your computer and you go to the create button, it automatically gives you the option to create an assignment using Kami. Okay. So what that does is if you use Kami, it is going to open up the Kami extension to add it in there. There we go. So it's going to ask you whether or not you want to upload something from your Google Drive or something you have already saved to your actual your computer. So, well, it's not going to let me use the purple one because I do not have any students there. So let's say I want them to do comparing fractions assignment. And I need to let them know that um, you will work on the document attached using Kami. Now, what's really cool about Kami is when the kids are working on it, there's no need to save it. It automatically saves. So if they accidentally close out of it and forget to save it, you as an educator will be able to view their work. Now, here lately, with the influx of the internet usage, I have encouraged my students to go ahead and click the save button, which I will show you in a moment. You can add this to points if you are using the Google Classroom version that allows you to take grades. For me, what I have found over just this week, that it's easier to put the assignments in topics of the weeks. Our students currently have they have 4 different teachers, and it says no topic now because I haven't made this topic. So I'll do that in a moment. But in each of their classrooms, they have different assignments. If you are sharing a single classroom, let's say you're a self contained classroom and you're sharing a single one teacher, or even if multiple teachers are using the same Google Classroom, it's easier to separate your material or your assignments using topics. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload a PDF file that I had already downloaded to use. And once it downloads, it's going to ask me to make a copy for each student. If you change this and two people open it, they're both going to be working on the same paper. So if you're looking for them to share an activity, maybe do some group work, then I would suggest not using making a copy for each other. So I'm going to assign this. Well, again, the influx of internet usage has been quite interesting. Now, when I'm going to close this off so that you can see what it looks like. Oh, I need to go to the other one. Go to my actual Google Classrooms, because the others do not have students in them, so I'm going to have to use this one. Okay, so let's open this one up. So in the classwork, as a student, I always tell my kids to view this, look over it, but most of their information they're going to find inside here. So here is that assignment that I just placed up there. It is not under a topic because I need to assign it a topic. So when I open it, I'm going to assign it a topic. Right now it does not have one. So I'm going to create one, and I'm going to create that for, let's do next week, March 30th to April 3rd. That way when the kids log in, they can go, oh, this is what I need to be focusing on this week. So I'm going to save that. And then I'm going to show you what it looks like from the kid side. So when a kid logs into their Google Classroom and they see all these topics here, if I click on this and I'm a student, my name will be in front of the PNG. Okay. Now I'm going to click on that and show you that anytime a student opens anything that is sent to them, once they download the Kami extension, it will automatically give them the option to open it in Kami. I have also found that the use of Kami is a fabulous way for documentation that I, as an educator, have to fill out and send back to my principal. Because of the tools that are inside Kami, it allows me to use a text box. So if it is something that I have to do typing in, I can do that in the Kami app as well, or the extension. It's not really an app. So I'm going to open up this PDF or this assignment that my teacher wants me to do. And when it opens it up for me, it's going to give me all of these tools. And the tools that are there are pretty cool. So here's the assignment. I can add a voice I can add comments. I can add a voice comment by just clicking on it, and it's going to record what I'm saying. I can add a video comment where it is going to video my screen. But once they write on the screen, it stays on the screen. So if you're using this for lessons, I would suggest that you not use the video comment section of the messaging, but the screen capture. Because if you use the screen capture, it's going to record your work into a video, and then you can delete all the writing off of it, and the kids will not just open it up and see all your writing. I had to learn that the hard way. But that is one option that the kids can do. There is a text box. So again, I used it for some professional paperwork that I had to fill out that they can write on. There is a drawing tool where they can change the transparency. So if they're highlighting something, And let me make that thicker. When we're highlighting something, they can see through it. Or it could be a solid pen and they can write on the screen as need to. So that's one way you can get some actual paperwork copies kind of done. They can include a shape. Shapes are the same. They can do it as an outline. If they click on the shape, let me go back to that, my select tool. If they click on the shape, then they can actually fill the shape. So if you're asking them to color all the quadrilaterals that have right angles, they could use that tool. There's also an erase button. This top one will erase anything that you click on, whereas the bottom eraser only erases shapes. Okay. And then they can insert an image. They can insert something that they created on Google Drive. They can Google search something so they can look for an image and insert it. Or they can insert anything that's already on their computer. So if I wanted to insert this on my screen, I can. And then I can also enlarge it. I can flip it. I can resize it, or I can delete it. Here is a signature part, which allows them to actually draw their signature in here. So it's really pretty cool. It's a very interactive app or extension. Now, up here at the top is the save button. I have encouraged my students to save every time because some of them, due to the influx of internet usage, some of them have had to go back and do their assignments multiple times. So saving that, if I save it as a student, when my teacher clicks on that inside my assignment, she sees everything that I've done. Now, as an educator, when you go in to see their work, you can use the comment tools to leave messages and feedback on the work that they've already done. So Kami is a great way to get, the old school paper copies done digitally. So I hope that was helpful. And I will be back. I have a whole list of videos that I want to upload this weekend because I know a lot of us are using this weekend to prepare for next week. So I hope that was helpful. And I will see you again later. Happy teaching.